Good morning, everybody. All right, so we're going to go over lesson 5.4 in today's session. The title of our lesson is Factors and Multiples. And so we want to know, how are factors and multiples related? They're not the same thing. So we're going to try to, by the time we're done with this lesson, hopefully we'll know the difference between a factor and a multiple. So let's look at the unlock the problem. Toy animals are sold in sets of 3, 5, 10, and 12. Mason wants to make a display with 3 animals in each row. Which sets could he buy if he wants to display all of the animals? Okay, so how many animals will be in each row? There's going to be 3 animals in each row. How many animals are sold in each set? Well, they told us that I could buy sets of 3, 5, 10, and 12. So now the product of 2 numbers is a multiple of each number. So factors and multiples are related. So we have the factor 3, the factor 4. 12 is a multiple of 3, and it is a multiple of 4. So if I was counting by threes, I'd say 3, 6, 9, 12. So a multiple is counting by that number. Okay. Multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12. All right, so tell whether 3 is a factor of each number. So is 3 a factor of 3? Now we know if a number is divisible by 3, then 3 is a factor of that number. So is 3 divisible by 3? Yes. 3 is divisible by 3. Is 3 a factor of 5? 3, 6? No. 5 is not divisible by 3. Is 3 a factor of 10? 3, 6, 9, 12. No. 10 is not divisible by 3. Is 3 a factor of 12? Well, we already kind of know that from up here in this problem, but if I was counting by threes, would I say 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yes. 12 is divisible by 3. So 3 is a factor of 3 and 12. So if he wants to display them in rows of 3, or 3 in each row, he needs to buy sets of 3 and 12. If he tries to buy a set of 5, he's not going to have 3 in each row. If he tries to buy a set of 10, he won't have 3 in each row. Okay, another way we can find multiples is by multiplying and making a list. So if I have 1 3, I have 3. If I have 2 3s, I have 6. If I have 3 3s, we have 9. 4 3s, 12. 5 3s, 15. And the ellipsis means and on and on and on. Okay? So these are just basically multiples, or just skip counting. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So blank and blank are multiples of 3. Which of the sets are multiples of 3? Well, 3 is, and 12 is. So he should buy sets of 3 and 12. All right, let's go to page 216. So a common multiple is a multiple of 2 or more numbers. So let's find a common multiple in this calendar. It says Tony works every 3 days, and Amanda works every 5 days. If Tony works June 3rd and Amanda works June 5th, on what days in June will they work together? Circle multiples of 3 and draw a box around multiples of 5. Okay, so if I have one set of 3, I have 3. 2 sets of 3 is 6. 3 sets of 3, 9. 4 sets of 3, 12. 5 sets of 3, 15. 6 sets of 3, 18. 7 times 3, whoops. 7 times 3, 21. Sorry about that. 8 times 3, 24. 9 times 3, 27. And 10 times 3 is 30. All right, so now, if we count by 5s, multiples of 5, 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. And 6 times 5 is 30. So the common multiples are, how do we know which ones are common multiples? The ones that have both the square and the circle on the same date. So I see the 15th and the 30th. So they're both going to work together on the 15th and the 30th. All right, so let's multiply to list the next 5 multiples of 4. So we're going to go 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 5 times 4, 6 times 4. Okay, so this comes in handy if we just know our math facts. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 4 is 20. And 6 times 4, 24. Is the number a factor of 6? So the number is a factor of 6 if it's divisible by that number. So is 6 divisible by 3? Yes. Is 6 divisible by 6? Yes. Is 6 divisible by 16? No. Is 6 divisible by 18? No. Is the number a multiple of 6? Is the number a multiple of 6? So is 6 times something 3? A whole number, that is. No. Is 6 times anything 6? Yeah, 6 times 1. So, yes. Is 6 times anything 16? Well, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. So, no. Okay, we just did 6 times what is 18? 3. So, 9 is yes. So, multiples, we're trying to find that number times a counting number. Factors, we're seeing if it's divisible by that number. All right, number 10, page 217. Is the number a multiple of 3? Okay, so 3 times something equals 4. No. 3 times something equal 8? No. Does 3 times something equal 24? Well, let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Yes. 38. Well, from earlier in the chapter, we learned about divisibility rules. And 3 plus 8 is 11. Is 11 divisible by 3? No. So you can't multiply 3 by something and get 38. All right, 14. List the next 9 multiples of each number. Find the common multiples. So 2 times 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 2 is 18. And 10 times 2 is 20. Okay. Now find the next 9 multiples of 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 8, 32. 5 times 8, 40. 6 times 8, 48. 7 times 8, 56. 8 times 8, 64. 9 times 8, 72. 10 times 8, 80. Okay, and then which ones are in common? Well, 16 and 16. 8 and 8. So just 8 and 16. Find the unknown number. 12, 24, 36. 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 12 is 24. 3 times 12 is 36. So we have to find what 4 times 12 is. 12 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 10 is 4 tens. 48. All right, here it looks like we're increasing by quarters. So 1 times 25 is 25. 2 times 25 is 50. 3 times 25 is 75. 4 times 25 is 100. So what is 5 times 25? Well, we're just increasing by 25s, right? So 100 plus 25, 125. Tell whether 20 is a factor or a multiple of the number. Right, factor, multiple, or neither. Okay, well, if we were talking about multiples of 20, we would go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, so on, right? Okay, so there's no way 10 can be a multiple of 20. Is it a factor of 20? It is, right? Because 10 times 2 is 20. So 10 is a factor of 20 because 20 is divisible by 10. 20. Well, that one's both, right? 20 is a factor of 20, 20 times 1. And so we can write factor and multiple for that one. How about 30? Well, it's not a multiple. It's 20 can't be divisible by 30 with a whole number. So neither. All right, explain whether, write true or false and explain. Every whole number is a multiple of 1. True. Every number times 1 is that number. Every whole number is a factor of 1. No. False. For instance, 5 is not a factor of 1. In other words, 1 is not divisible by 5 to get a whole number. Okay, Julio wears a blue shirt every 3 days. Larry wears a blue shirt every 4 days. On April 12th, both Julio and Larry wore a blue shirt. What is the next date that they will both wear a blue shirt? So let's start on the 12th. And they're both going to be on the 12th. So now let's do Julio first, and let's count by threes from 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. And 27 plus 3 is 30. Okay, and then Larry wears a blue shirt every 4th day. So let's count by 4 starting from the 12th. 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. And you notice we're putting squares for Larry. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. And then we'd be out of days. So the next date that we have both a square and a circle is the 24th. April 24th. Okay, page 218. What multiples of 4 are not factors of 48? Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Okay, so those are the multiples of 4. Now, which ones are not factors of 48? So what are the first 12 multiples of 4? Okay, well, we listed those. Okay, and what are the factors of 48? Well, the factors of 48 are 1 and 48. 2 I know is a factor of 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 3. 4 plus 8 is 12, so 3 will work. 48 divided by 3, 16. 3 and 16. 4, I believe, will work. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 4 times 12. 5 will not work. 6 will. 6 times 8. 7 will not work. 8 we already know. 9 will not work. 9 times 5, 45, that's the closest you can get. And 10 won't work. Okay, so these are the factors of 48. So which ones are in common? 4. 4 is a multiple of 4. 4 is a factor of 48. So we see that 4 is in the middle. 8 is a multiple of 4, and it is also a factor of 48. 12. 12 is a factor of 48. It is a multiple of 4. 16 is a factor of 48, and 16 is a multiple of 4. 20. 20 is just a multiple of 4. 24. 24 is a factor and a multiple. 24 is a multiple of 4, and 24 is a factor of 48. 48, we know, is a multiple of 4 and is also a factor of 48. 6. 6 is not a multiple of 4, but it is a factor of 48. 3. 3 is not a multiple of 4, but it is a factor of 48. 2. 2 is a factor of 48, but is not a multiple of 4. 1 is a multiple of 48. Is a factor of 48, but not a multiple of 48. Okay, so the factors of 48 that are not multiples of 4 are 1, 3, 6, and 2. And now we have some up here that aren't identified. 28. 28 was not a factor of 48. 32 was not a factor of 48. 36, 40, and 44 were not factors of 48. So what multiples of 4 are not factors of 48? Which multiples of 4 are not factors of 48? So that would be 20, 28, 32, 36, 40, and 44. What factors of 48 are multiples of 4? So that's the part that's overlapping. It's both. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 48. All right, now 25. Look back at problem 24. Write a similar problem by changing the numbers and then solve. All right, how about 36? Why don't we say what factors of 36 are multiples of 4? What factors of 36 are factors of 4? So if we list the factors of 36, we would say 1 and 36. 2 times 18. 3 I know works because 3 plus 6 is 9. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36 from basic math fact. 6 times 6. And that's it. So which ones would be in common? The 4, the 12, and the 36. So 4, 12, and 36. Kia paid $10 for 2 charms. The price of each charm was a multiple of 2. What are the possible prices of the charms? Okay, so multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, she bought 2 of them. Okay, well, if she can't buy one that costs $10, right? Because that would be all her money. She couldn't buy, well, she could buy one that's $8 and one that's $2. So $2 and $8. And she could buy one that's $4 and one that's $6. So we have to use the multiples of 2 to come up with a total of $10. We have to buy 2 of them. Again, you can't buy 2 that are $10. You can't buy any that are $10. If you bought one that was 8, then I could also buy one that's 2. 8 and 2 is 10. I could buy one that's 6 and one that's 4, because 6 from 4 is 10. I couldn't buy one that's $2 and one that's $4, because that's only $6. So, and it doesn't say she bought more than 2. She can only buy 2. Okay. All right, the answer is 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. What is the question? Well, those are multiples of 5, aren't they? I have multiples of 9, right? So what are the first 5 multiples of 9. How do you know whether a number is a multiple of another number? Okay. A number is a multiple of another number or of a number if it is divisible by the number. So if I was to ask, is 18 a multiple of 6? Well, is 18 divisible by the number 6? Yes, so 18 is a multiple of 6. All right. For number 29, A through E, select true or false for each statement. The number 45 is a multiple of 9. Yeah, 9 times 5, right? True. The number 4 is a multiple of 16. The number 4 is a multiple of 16. Well, the first multiple of 16 is 16. So how can 4 be a multiple of it? No. 4 is a factor of 16. The number 28 is a multiple of 4. Yeah, 4 times 7. The number 4 is a factor of 28. Yeah, 28 is divisible by 4. Yes. The number 32 is a factor of 8. No. 8 is not divisible by 32. So that's false. Okay, so that is all we have for lesson 5.4. In our next lesson, we'll be talking about prime and composite numbers. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.